These days, subcompact SUVs are no longer just an oxymoron. If it's like 10 years ago, I can confidently say that subcompact SUVs would be presented as hatchbacks in the market. But eventually, the crossover niche grew exponentially, and many people are looking to own them anytime soon. But why get a subcompact SUV? For starters, these vehicles offer the advantage of maneuverability and handling. Unlike their larger counterparts, these utility vehicles can glide, turn, and park without any problems. And while it is true that they have limited cargo and passenger space, the subcompact SUVs can still provide a comfortable driving experience. Hello car aficionados, this is Joe from Carland TV. In this video, I've assembled a list of the best subcompact SUVs in 2023, based on their overall market rating, performance and reliability. These are just my assessments, so if you think that there are other SUVs worthy of being included in the list, just drop them below. Before I start, I'd like to ask you the favour of hitting the subscribe and notification bells. They help the channel a lot. Now, let's get the video started. 2023 Honda HR-V. The HR-V is one of the latest opuses of Honda, and it's received a significant makeover. In fact, its overall appearance is very different from its predecessors, which is understandable considering that it falls behind its competitors, such as the Mazda CX-30 and Kia Seltos. Fortunately, the changes in the HR-V made it a more appealing choice to subcompact SUV buyers. It currently has a similar platform to the Civic and is equipped with a 2-litre inline 4-base engine. This one offers 158 horsepower, but it's not enough to give an exciting acceleration. Tests indicate that the HR-V can hit 60 miles per hour in 9 seconds. But in exchange, the HR-V will offer you an efficient fuel economy. Its front-wheel drive models will give you 32 miles per gallon on highways and 26 miles per gallon on city roads. If you pick its all-wheel drive models, these numbers slightly drop, but not to the point that it will worry you. Meanwhile, the interior changes in the HR-V sets it apart from its predecessors. It strikes the perfect balance between stylishness and comfort. For instance, its front seats are downright supportive and adjustable. The rear also provides sufficient legroom and headroom for its passengers. It's also worth noting that its cargo space is larger than the old models. You can stash more items in the SUV, and with its lowered lift-over height, hauling large items won't be that difficult anymore. The brand new HR-V also hosts a plethora of stellar driver assist features and tech systems that make it an easy-to-drive vehicle for most applications, except off-roads, of course. 2023 Kia Seltos. Of course, the Kia Seltos is nothing short of impressive. It deserves a spot on this list thanks to its refined road demeanour, sufficient interior space, and appealing fuel mileage. For those who don't know, the Kia Seltos is in between the Soul and Sportage in terms of size. I can even say that the Seltos has a larger construction than most SUVs in its segments. And, compared to its competitors, its composed driving makes it a more attractive option. The base engine of the Seltos is a 2-litre 4-cylinder that generates up to 146 horsepower. Meanwhile, there's another optional engine for the Seltos. It's a turbocharged 1.6-litre powertrain that outputs 175 horsepower. The default engine is paired with a continuously variable automatic transmission, while the turbocharged variant is matched by a 7-speed automatic transmission. Needless to say, these numbers suggest that the Seltos isn't the most explosive subcompact out there. It's inherently designed for comfortable daily commutes. It also has an efficient fuel economy, as suggested by EPA. The front-wheel drive models of the Kia Seltos, equipped with the 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, offer up to 35 miles per gallon on highways. Thanks to having a large interior, the Seltos easily gulps suitcases and large gear, and it gets even bigger when the rear's folded flat. Both of the front and rear seats have adequate legroom and headroom, as well. Paired with an upscale interior, the Seltos defines what subcompact SUVs should be about. 2023 Volkswagen Towers. The 2023 Volkswagen Towers deserves a spot on this list, thanks to its venerable performance on every American road. This SUV is perfect amalgamation of the Tiguan and Golf, which are also great mini vehicles. Similar to the other SUVs here, its acceleration isn't that overwhelming, but that's not surprising, considering that it only has a 1.5-litre 4-cylinder engine that outputs 158 horsepower. Its front driver models have an 8-speed automatic transmission, while the all-wheel drive variant comes with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Where it does excel is its on-road demeanour. If it's an easy-to-drive, fun-to-maneuver subcompact SUV, it comes with a decent suspension system and a transmission that is always responsive. Moreover, its exterior is nothing short of appealing. It has an executive-like interior thanks to its spacious row seats. Even the materials used in the upholstery and finishes also add to the command of this vehicle. It also includes 28 cubic feet of cargo space on its rear and 66 cubic feet when you fold the rear rows flat. The starting price of the Volkswagen Towers is at $25,000, so among its contemporaries this one's a bit more expensive, but in the grand scheme of things it's still considerably affordable. Stretch your budget to around $31,000 and you can get its SE trim. This is the most value-orientated model for the Volkswagen Towers. It offers additional perks such as blind spot monitoring, heated front seats, wireless charging and 18-inch wheels. 2023 Kia Soul. I didn't really think that the 2023 Kia Soul would perform and impress in the SUV segment, but I was completely proven wrong, and I'm quite alright with it. After all, it's a good vehicle to recommend for those who aren't too keen on spending over their SUVs. The base model of this SUV has a price of just $21,000, which is significantly cheaper than its competitors. This boxy SUV has a bit of finesse on it, but where it truly shines is its overall practicality. I mean, the Kia Soul offers a roomy cabin for its passengers and cargo. For its size, the interior is really spacious. Its default cargo space is about 24 cubic feet, and it extends to 62 cubic feet when you fold its rear seats. If you ask me, the base LX trim is already a great purchase, considering its price and number of standard features it possesses. Specifically, it comes with a user-friendly 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system, lane keep assist, and forward automatic emergency braking. You can also purchase a separate package if you want your Kia Soul to have added capabilities. For example, the GT line trim of the Kia Soul gives you amenities such as synthetic leather upholstery, premium finishes, and 18-inch wheels. And given that it only costs $23,000, which is similar to the base model of the Hyundai Kona or Mazda CX-30, it's safe to say that it's a sweet deal to take. By the way, the 2-litre 4-cylinder engine of the Kia Soul produces 147 horsepower and is paired with a continuously variable automatic transmission and front-wheel drive. It's not the most exciting vehicle to drive, but it's soulful enough to transform your daily commute into a wonderful experience. 2023 Hyundai Kona. So, another SUV that made its mark in the subcompact department this 2023 is the Hyundai Kona. Having been able to drive this vehicle, I can attest that it's easy to drive and offers the practicality that you expect from a high-quality SUV. In fact, it's one of my top favourites when we're talking about affordable yet top-performing SUVs. Its base model has a price of $23,000 and already offers agile handling and smooth driving demeanour. Of course, I have to emphasise that its 2-litre 4-cylinder engine doesn't give it a domineering command on the road. This base engine only gives 147 horsepower, but in return, it lets you have satisfactory fuel mileage both in cities and on highways. Similar to other Hyundai vehicles, the 2023 Kona is stacked with standard features, such as its intuitive infotainment, safe exit warning system, rear cross-traffic alert, and blind spot monitoring. Again, this SUV has just been a base price of $23,000, so this array of perks is more than what you can pay for. But if I were you, I would really get the limited model, which is Kona's highest trim. It just costs around $30,000, but already offers a number of impressive features, such as leather upholstery, sunroof, power adjustable driver's seat, and automatic climate control. This trim will also let you experience the turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that generates up to 195 horsepower. With its smooth handling and efficient suspension, the Hyundai Kona deliberately ensures comfort for its passengers. But just don't take this one off-road, because they're just not its thing. 2023 Mazda CX-30. Well, did this entry even surprise you? If you're an active onlooker in the SUV market, do you already know the impact of Mazda CX-30 has made? It's one of the finest subcompact SUVs that's ever graced American roads, and while we're at it, I can say that it's the best option for you right now. With a starting price of $24,000 the Mazda CX-30 is undeniably affordable, but at the same time, it hosts a plethora of features that could certainly impress any buyers. It's among the Mazda vehicles that sport the latest design theme of said automaker. Its cabin, for instance, is sporting finishes and materials that are well above the average. Higher trims of this vehicle also offer magnificent upgrades, and could even rival the likes of BMW and Audi Q3 without having to pay the same price. Compared to its previous model years, the current Mazda CX-30 has significant improvements in its fuel efficiency and horsepower. The base engine is a 2.5-litre 4-cylinder machine that provides the CX-30 with 191 horsepower. Meanwhile, EPA estimates suggest that it can give you 26 miles per gallon in cities and 33 miles per gallon on highways. Surely enough, this vehicle isn't a speed demon. Tests indicate that it hits 60 miles per hour for at least 8 seconds. Despite this fact, this CX-30 offers a nice driving demeanour. It's easy to handle, the steering has sufficient weight to it, and its suspension gives you a break from bumps. Paired with a handsome cabin and passenger space, the CX-30 can also give you a good riding experience. And that completes our list. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.